Here we will talk about MongoDB aggregation framework. That is the most powerful tool that MongoDB offers, and it gives you great instruments to work with your documents in the collections. Using aggregation framework, you can easily group documents in your collections by specific conditions. You can also add additional fields during grouping, such as average, total, minimum, maximum, and so on. You can process documents in your collections in several stages one by one. Aggregation requests are very fast, and you will get results pretty quickly. We will start from some theoretical stuff, and then go on and look at an examples. We will perform different aggregation requests on our persons collection, and you will see full power of the aggregation framework. So let's get started and see you next.
Tiga tanda anak Anda memiliki kemampuan pemrograman. Yang pertama, anak Anda terus-menerus bermain games.
In this module, we need sample collection to perform aggregation requests. We will do this using same persons collection that we have used before. If you have not inserted documents into this collection, you can do this now. Attached to this lesson, you will find document called persons.json. This document contains 1000 documents in array. So you need to copy all documents, right button click copy, and then open shell to any database, for example MyDB, open shell, and then db.persons, insert many, then parentheses, and in parentheses just paste what you have just copied from the file, like this, and execute this. I will not do this because I have persons collection. If you don't have, just perform this operation and you're ready to go. So, see you next. Let's first look at an aggregation process. We will not dive too deeply in details now, just high-level overview. Let's suppose at the beginning we have some documents in the collection. So entire collection is here. First, we can perform match operation like we did in find or update methods. This match query can produce subset of the documents. Then you can take this subset of the documents and perform group operation. As a result of the group operation, you will get brand new documents. You can group matched documents based on certain condition. For example, by age, by score, by state, by country, and so on. And as a result of operation, you will get new documents, and each document will represent each group. For example, each country. For example, we have collection of persons. We can match persons that live, for example, just in USA, and then group by state. And in the results, we will get documents. Each document will represent certain state, and each document will contain quantity of the persons that live in certain state. So aggregation looks like a pipe. So we have large set of documents, then we make it smaller, smaller, and at the end we will get some groups of those documents. Again, this is a high level, and later in the course we will dive in deeper details. Let's go on and next talk about aggregate method and about its syntax. See you in a second.
Are you a stay-at-home mom who is keen to get more opportunities while still can?
Aggregation framework uses a special method called aggregate. Let's look at the syntax. db, then collection name, then aggregate. This method needs one argument, an array. Array of stages. Each stage is an object, and all stages are separated by comma. At the beginning, all documents in the collection are passed to the stage 1. Then those documents are processed in this stage, and result of processing is passed to stage 2. Stage 2 takes those documents from the stage 1, performs its operation, and then passes to the next stage, and so on. When last stage ends its operation, results are returned back to the client. and those results are returned as a cursor. We have talked about cursor before and will not repeat it here. Let's go to the MongoDB shell and try aggregate method. We will try it with empty array, without any stages, and let's look what will happen. So ensure that you are in MyDB and that you have persons collection inside of it. Here it is, persons. And let's execute just db.persons.aggregate parentheses and inside just empty array without any stages. And let's press enter. And here you get a result. And you see here type IT for more, it means that server returned you a cursor. But which documents server returned to us? In this case, it returned same documents as it would return with find command. Let's execute find command instead of aggregate. Just db, persons, find, and empty query. And let's press enter. Result will be the same. It means that aggregate method without any stages will produce same result as find method with empty query. Okay, let's go on and talk about stages next. See you shortly. Let's discuss more deeper what is aggregation stage and which aggregation stages exist in aggregation framework. Each stage works independent from others. Each stage takes documents as an input, then performs its operation, and outputs documents. This can be same documents, for example, reordered or limited to certain number, or it can be brand new documents, when we use, for example, group stage. All what I want you to keep in mind is that each stage doesn't impact other stages. So, result of one stage just simply passed to another stage, and so on. Stages are independent. Okay, let's look at the stage operators. Each stage starts from the stage operator, prepended by $, and then comes an object. Let's look at the examples. In the first example, we use match aggregation stage operator. Then comes colon and then object. Object contains key value pairs. We will not look at contents of each object in this case, because we will discuss each stage operator individually. But for now, you just need to remember how to construct each stage. So again, stage operator, for example group or sort, prepended by $, then colon and object with key value pairs. Let's make a quick overview of some stage operators that are used in aggregation framework. Match. It is used to filter documents by certain query. Group. Groups documents by certain criteria. Project. Filters fields in the documents. Sort. Sorts objects. Count. Counts number of objects or documents. Limit. Limits number of the documents. Skip. Skips certain amount of documents. Out. Writes result of the aggregation into another collection. No worries, we will talk about each of those operators later in the course. Next, we will discuss what is aggregation expression and where it is used. See you shortly.
You're looking to make your app the best it can be. It sounds simple, but the reality is...
Let's now talk about aggregation expressions. What is this? Expression refers to the name of the field of the input documents. Remember that each stage takes as an input list of documents, and all those documents have certain fields. And aggregation expression refers to the field names of those documents, input documents. This reference is made in following way. String, then $, and after the $, field name. Why it is string? Let's look at an examples. In the first example, we use group stage. Group is on the left side here, so it is a key. That's why we don't need to use double quotes here, so just $, and then group stage name. On the right side, we have an object with key value pair. key is underscore ID, then comes colon, and then value. If we will omit those double quotes, then this $h will be interpreted as a variable. But in aggregation framework, it is a reference to the field name of the input object. That's why we must always